This is Robert Walter, and you're listening to No Good
I
Music.
think I was even younger. I think I was about 14 when we
Oh,
started, and I did
okay.
it for probably 5 years,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
a little bit longer. But
Mhm.
but that was my first time playing out a lot. Although I was also playing keyboards, and my dad was in a blues band, so we would play like four sets of blues in some bars when I was
Oh,
younger too.
really?
So that
Wow.
got me. But then Daddy Longlegs was more sort of in the punk scene. We would always play these big bills with like four or five other bands, and it was a great way to get exposed to a lot of different kinds of groups and to just get my feet wet playing gigs.
hmm So I saw the video for John's Cage. That's such a great song. Your band, the Greyboy
Oh
Allstars.
yeah,
Very unique. There's like 20 stops and starts in the song. And this was written by Chris Stillwell. Um,
it became a song on our album. The name was changed to Executive Party.
I
So
tried to
that's
look for it on Apple Music,
yeah.
and yeah, I couldn't find it.
That was
So
a tune
that,
we had been playing live for a couple of years before we recorded it. So it had gone through a bunch of different. I
Okay.
think at some point it was called like Chris's song or
yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
because we didn't have a name for it.
You settled on
And
executive
the
party.
joke, yeah, the John's Cage thing is a joke upon the John Cage was a avant-garde composer who wrote a piece. I think it's called. I should know this by heart, but I think it's called like 431. It's the minutes and seconds of the piece,
Yeah.
and a guy sits at the piano and is completely silent, and it's all about what happens in that space. You present it as a piece of music, but it's silent, and you start noticing that. I've seen it performed before. You start noticing the sounds in the room. I always get choked up and wish you were here because I
Yeah.
just love the lyric. I One of the first records I bought with my own money was The Wall back in
hmm
whatever that was,
79.
1981,
Yeah, me too.
79. So
Yeah.
so I remember loving that, and we play In the Flesh in the show, which is the beginning of that record. When
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and putting that on, just being like, "Holy shit, what is this?"
Yeah.
So and there's also just a lot of great organ in that music. It's
hmm
I mainly play just hand organ on that gig, and
Yeah.
it's it's featured, and it's also, I think, a lot of what we think of as the language of the organ in rock music comes from
hmm
Rick Wright and Pink Floyd. So
Yeah.
they so there wasn't really a way that organ exists in that music before him and some other people. Greg Allman's one, and there's a lot of people like that sort of did that, but he's definitely one of them.